我需要的是英文的文案。Okay, welcome to our channel. Hi, Heaven. Hello, welcome to our channel. And if you are new here, are you new here? Please subscribe our channel and give me some likes for support. Thank you so much. We are bringing Xuemo's work to the world. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Here we are mainly about the spiritual wisdom and the human warmth, found in the works by the Chinese writer Mr. Xuemo. So, if you are interested, thank you for your subscription. Thank you for blessing. Thank you. And we are from, we are bringing Xuemo's works to the world. And currently, we are in London, and we just finished 3 days of London Fair, and we met many publishers there, and the marketing, and a lot of authors there. London Book Fair is so different than the other book fairs because most of the visitors, they are professional, not like just a normal person who is interested in the books and interested in reading. Then they attend the book fair to search for some books they like. No, it is not about that. It is about the trading things, the trading things like talking and negotiating about the cooperation and between the publishers and writers, and about the copyright, about the rights and the marketing, and like the Penguin Random companies like the Oxford Lit Press, Oxford University Press, and all these companies went there. So it is very professional. So it is only about 3 days because all about dealing and trading there. So, and before the London Book Fair, we also attended the Writers Summit, where I met many, top class publishers and moderators all around the world. All the informations are very gathering here and very useful to us. At the first time we attended the London Book Fair or the Frankfurt Book Fair in Europe, we are very uncertain about the future and uncertain about what we are doing because it costs too much and the return is very little. Like how the return is about the material things, but after we still insist on doing this, and after 6 years, a new word come to us. Hi, thank you for your kind words here. Thank you. So, and today is also a very special day because it is about a very special cultural gathering held at the Royal Cultural Institute in the city for more than a century. This place has been dedicated to connecting people from different countries through arts, dialogue, and cultural exchange. Today's event brings together writers, scholars, and cultural thinkers from different backgrounds to discuss an important theme: how literature and human wisdom can help us understand ourselves and connect with the world. So this whole event or activity is organized by Huaitun, the Professor Huaitun. She is very famous in the United States. And our distinguished guests include the Chinese writer representing our channel, the writer Xuemo, whose works explore themes of inner awakening, compassion, and cultural dialogue between East and West. Through his novels and philosophical writings, he often emphasizes that literature is not only storytelling, but also a path towards self-reflection and spiritual freedom. Hi, Bella. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel if you are new here. Thank you. So, invited to join the dialogue is join the dialogue is the organizer is Zhang Huaitun. Yes. Hi, Stefan. Hello, welcome. Hello, please subscribe to channel if you are new here. And thanks for your support. Thank you so much. Wow. Hello. Hello, 你好. So, Zhang Huaitun, her academic work and cultural research focus on the deeper meaning of literature, society, and human values. Conversations like this allow literature to move beyond books and become a living conversation between cultures. So today's round table is also supported by cultural organizations such as the Freya Foundation, whose initiatives often focus on compassion, community connection, and humanitarian values. Hi, Stephen. So have you subscribed our channel? Thank you so much. Good blessing from China and good blessing from London. I'm a Chinese and I'm now in London. We are bringing Xuemo's works to London, and yes, and also we are invited to give speech during the Oxford Literary Festival. Yeah. So what makes gatherings like this meaningful is not just the exchange of ideas, but the reminder that culture has the power to heal, to connect, and to inspire. In a world that sometimes feels divided by politics, technology, or geography, literature and wisdom traditions offer something different. They invite us to listen, to reflect, and to rediscover our shared humanity. Today's conversation will explore how Eastern wisdom, literature, and human experience can speak to modern life, helping people face uncertainty, rediscover inner strength, and build bridge between cultures. So it is very glad you're here joining us. Yeah, thank you for your support. Let me take a picture and let them know that I am doing the. I'm doing the. Hi, to new ones here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. So actually, before today's event, yesterday we are attending another event held. We touched on very essential question: why does war continue to appear in human society, in human history, even when civilization has advanced so far, and when technology is so developed, and when humanity has already experienced the cost of conflict again and again. At first glance, war often appears to be a matter of geopolitics, territory, resources, ideology, or strategic competition between nations. It is usually explained through history, economics, military alliances, and political structures. But if we look more deeply, almost every large conflict begins much earlier, at a much subtler level. It begins with a thought. Yes, just a tiny thought. And yes, uh, when the president uh, have the thought of, hey, you know, I want to. So to the new friends here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are here in London. Keep going. Yeah. Thank you. Keep going. And if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. I don't know whether I have a clip for my hair or not. Let me check. Wait a moment. Okay. No one. No here. I want to find a clip for my hair so it won't cover my forehead. Okay. I come from China and now currently I am in London because we are bringing Xuemo's works to the. I'm smart. Thank you, Stephen. Hello. Oh, you like Jackie Chan? Where are you from, John? Where are you from? I think every like Jackie Chan can is really a international superstar. Every country, people from every country seems know him, and really, really well known in the world. It's not okay. Okay, so let's continue the topic about before the armies move, before weapons are launched, before borders are crossed, there is always first a thought rising in the human mind, a judgment, a fear, a desire, an impulse, a refusal to yield, a belief that force will solve what wisdom has not yet solved. And sometimes that thought appears in the mind of a president, sometimes in the mind of a prime minister, sometimes within a small group of decision makers carrying enormous responsibility, but also carrying personal emotion, historical memory, anxiety, ambition, or pressure. Right? Do you agree? Can I copy Jack Chan? Of course not. Of course not. Vasu, hello. Can guess what? I don't know. Where are you from? New Zealand? I don't know. And once the thought is amplified through power, institutions, and machinery, it becomes history. This is why war is not only a political phenomenon. At its deepest level, war is also the magnification of an untrained mind. If the root begins in thought, then the true question is not only how to stop war after it begins, but how to prevent the kind of mind that easily produces war. This leads to us to a deeper reflection. Human civilization has invested tremendous effort in developing systems, laws, diplomacy, economics, and technology, but comparatively, little attention has been given to one thing that may be even more decisive: the training of the human heart and mind. Uh, Vasu, my neighbor country. We have so many neighbor countries like Korea, Russia, Japan, and some other countries. I'm not depressed. I'm very. Hi, if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, an trained mind is highly reactive. It easily turns fear into hostility. It easily turns insecurity into control. It easily turns temporary emotion into irreversible action. A mind without inner discipline often mistakes impulse for truth. And when anger rises, it feels justified. And when fear rises, it feels urgent. When pride is touched, retaliation feels necessary. But what is the danger is that when such a mind gains power, its internal turbulence can affect millions of lives. That is why the true foundation of peace cannot rely only on external structures. Technology can improve tools, but it cannot automatically improve consciousness. Political systems can regulate behavior, but they cannot eliminate inner greed, fear, or aggression. Laws can punish outcomes, but they cannot prevent the birth of destructive thoughts. So, if humanity truly wants to address conflict at its root, then it must eventually ask, how do we train the mind itself? Yesterday, we also discussed religion in modern society. In many parts of the world today, religious institutions often serve an important social role. They offer community, belonging, emotional support, shared rituals, and practical help for daily life. For many people, churches or religious communities provide comfort, connection, and structure in an increasingly fragmented world. This is valuable. So people need places where they can gather, speak, support one another, and feel less alone. But when we ask a deep question, hi Pontus, hi Mason, yo, what do I miss? Drink some water. Ah, I forgot my tea. Uh, a Chinese women in London. Why study? Why study? Why study? Why study every day, right? Oh, I'm so knowledgeable. Thank you for your kind words, Vasu. And Pontus, hello. Pontus from Swiss, right? Pontus, do you have Discord account? Discord account. Hi, Mason. You have watched our activity. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I see your message. I know you are there. Thank you. Hi, Pontus. My gold wearing. Yeah, thank you. It is very Chinese tradition style. Mason, we are so proud of you. Hope you will achieve more success in London. Hi, Nevea. Of course. And please subscribe our channel if you're new here. Thank you so much. Okay, have you uh your Discord can have you seen our account on Discord? Our account on Discord. Yeah. Our account on Discord. We have many questions and answers there posted on Discord, and I will keep on doing that. Okay. Yeah. Navia, hello. Please subscribe our channel. Hi. Xuemo's works are available on Amazon, and you can search for Xuemo, Xuemo, on Amazon, and both the paper editions and Kindle editions. Um, oh, thank you, Pontus. Thank you. Yes. And yes. So actually, people need places where they can gather, speak, and support one another and feel less alone. Just like the Discord, uh, we can post our articles, our philosophy, our culture, Xuemo's methodology on Discord, and we can have a talk there. And I hope we can have a like online reading club like like twice a month or like once 2 weeks online. So let's ask a deep question: whether such structures alone are enough to fundamentally transform the impulses that generate violence, domination, or aggression. The answer becomes more complex. A social space may comfort a person, but comfort alone does not necessarily train awareness. Community may reduce loneliness, but it does not automatically teach someone how to observe anger when anger rises. Belonging may smooth pain, but it does not always provide a precise inner method for understanding the mechanics of thought itself. And this is where Eastern traditions preserve something extraordinarily refined. Hi, Panda. Where I am? I'm in London. I'm in London. Pandas, you, we just finished our London book fair for 3 days, and we have our own booth. And this is the second time we attending the London book fair, and we have been attending the Frankfurt book fair for maybe 5, 6 years. Okay, thank you. We will, organize a international reading club online, and welcome to join us, hunters. Thank you. My English speaking level made a great process. Thank you. Thank you. And please share our channel to your friends and bring your friends along. Hi, Sophie. Hello. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel. Good blessing from China and from London. I'm in London now. So this is where Eastern traditions preserved something extraordinarily refined. In both Buddhist and Taoist traditions, the central question is not merely belief, it is direct inner training. The focus is not only moral teaching, but sustained observation of consciousness. In Buddhism, one learns to observe thought as thought. One begins to see that anger is not immediately identical with self. Fear is not absolute truth. Desire is not command. A thought appears, but it can also pass. This seems simple, but it changes everything because most conflict happens when a thought arises and is immediately abated. Hi, Sophie. Oh, we are your favorite YouTuber. Thank you. We are your we are your favorite channel. Thank you. So you are also on the way to in the world, right? In the peace, in the strength, all these things. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you. So fear is not absolute truth. Desire is not command. A thought appears, but it can also pass. This seems simple, but it changes everything. Because most conflict happens when a thought arises and is immediately abated. I feel threatened, so I must strike. I feel offended, so I must dominate. I feel insecure, so I must control. Well, my personal experience, I feel insecure because I never felt protected by parents since my childhood. Because I live with my grandmother, and my parents always went out for for the beekeeper, uh, keeper things. So in the past of my life, I think I always feel some control, strength that I want to handle everything. Otherwise, I will feel insecure, and that will bring the intense and the stress and the pressure, anxiety, So without awareness, the distance between thought and action is extremely short. But through inner training, a space gradually appears between thought and reaction. That space is one of the greatest achievements of civilization. Because inside that space, freedom becomes possible. A person no longer reacts automatically. A person begins to witness. And once witnessing appears, many destructive actions lose momentum before they become reality. So Taoist teaching speaks of stillness, emptiness, and inner quietness. This is not passivity. It is not withdrawal. It is a cultivation of a mind that is not constantly dragged by impulse. And if you have any thoughts about this topic, you can leave your message. Hunters, you feel sad about. Okay, so it is my past experience. Currently, now I'm not, and I've been feel blessing and happiness and the calmness every moment of my life since last May, the May of 2025. Since then, I there is a great blessing and a happiness, but blooming every moment inside. Thank you. A big hug. Thank you. Thank you. So when a person trains deeply enough, a certain quality naturally emerges. Profound calmness, not surface calmness, but an inner steadiness that is difficult to disturb. External events still exist. The world remains complex, but internally, something becomes spacious. And from that spaciousness, aggression loses its necessity. Because very often, aggression is the outward expression of inward instability. And when the inner world is restless, one seeks external control. When the heart is insecure, power becomes attractive. Then there is no deep peace inside. Domination can feel like safety. Yeah. Yeah. A new chapter has opened since last year, the May of 2025. Yeah. And actually, one has to do certain practices and training to achieve that life status. But for me, I'm so lucky because I met my mentor, my teacher, Xuemo. So it is a blessing from him. So I'm so lucky. Hi, Manson, Frankfurt in Germany. Actually, we are in London for the London Book Fair. The Frankfurt Book Fair is during October. And Nicole, when I am writing my own book, me personally, I'm, I have no plan and I'm not interested in writing things. I think my main goal is to just to bring Xuemo's works to the world. This is enough. Why I should read my own book? There is no necessary. Yeah, Xuemo is the author, and my life goal, my life career is to bring Xuemo's works to more people and to illuminate more people's inner light. Manson, where are you, Manson? You are going to Frankfurt? So, do you live in Germany? Hi, senpai. Hello, welcome. What can you help us is to subscribe our page, and if you're done, let me know. I will be so glad to hear that. Oh, you are in Holland, Manson. So actually, you can. Have you read any of Xuemo's works, Manson? So when there is no deep peace inside, domination can feel like safety. And but hello to the new ones here, please subscribe our channel. We are mainly about the inner strength, inner peace, and inner light, uh, found in the works by the Chinese writer Mr. Xuemo. So, but when someone truly experiences inner stillness, something changes fundamentally. The urge to invade weakens, the impulse to dominate weakens, the need to impose oneself on others weakens. Not because of moral pressure, but because internally there is no longer the same hunger. A deeply trained mind discovers that conquering others never truly resolves inner unrest. Expanding territory does not heal fear. Winning externally does not automatically create peace internally. And so one begins to understand that many wars are, at a deeper level, external projections of unresolved inner conditions. This is why genuine peace cannot only be negotiated at conference tables. Peace must also be cultivated within human consciousness. So if you have any opinion on this, please leave your message. Hi, Mason. You want to buy eternal love and reclaim the throne of your heart, and you will order them on Amazon. Amazon. Thank you. Let me know after your purchase. Let me know and share your reflects. Yes. Why not do this today? As soon as possible, because it is Xuemo's works are like the treasure in your life. Once you read it, you will love all his works. Hi, Senpai, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. So, peace must be cultivated within human consciousness. If more individuals learn to observe their own anger before acting, if more leaders learn to witness fear before decision becomes policy, if more people learn not to identify completely with every passing emotion, then the emotional climate of societies changes. And because societies are built by individuals, history itself begins to change. This does not mean politics becomes unnecessary. It means politics without inner maturity remains incomplete. Because institutions are only as wise as the people operating them. And ultimately, every major decision still passes through a human mind. Therefore, perhaps one of the most important responsibilities today is not only changing systems, but training consciousness. Each person must do some work within their own heart to notice anger before speech becomes harm, to notice fear before fear becomes hostility, to notice pride before pride becomes conflict. And this is not abstract spirituality. This is practical civilization. Because the future of humanity may depend not only in intelligence, but on whether intelligence is accompanied by inner clarity. Real peace is not merely the absence of war. Real peace begins when human beings become less likely to generate war from within. And that begins quietly, personally, in the discipline of the mind. Hi, Mason. You will tell. Oh, you really like the topic we are discussing. Thank you. Alone. Hello. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, for the book Eternal Love, on the surface, from Xuemo's view and his own words, that on the surface, eternal love is presented as a dialogue between Xuemo and a young girl in the story. But in truth, what Xuemo wanted to address was something much larger. All those who find themselves trapped in difficult circumstances, unable to break free, and this includes not only women, but men as well. What I hope to convey is how a person may learn to save themselves when facing hardships of life. Although outwardly every human being seems closely connected to the world, once people fall into suffering, many begin to feel as though they have entered an isolated island, cut off from others. In such an island like experience of life, one must possess something that can offer redemption. That is why eternal love is, more than anything else, a work about salvation. Self salvation. Hi, Manson. Thank you. Yes, buy it right now. Okay, eternal love. Yes, what I am talking now is currently is about the book Eternal Love. Why not buy Eternal Love first? Yes, Manson. Should I pronounce Mason or Mason? Richwell. So, so eternal love is about self-salvation because there comes a point in life when even one is facing severe illness or deep despair, others often cannot truly enter that inner world. In many cases, they simply cannot reach it. Sometimes people even consciously avoid such encounters. For example, when facing someone who is seriously ill, many try to avoid speaking openly about the illness itself or avoid confronting that pain altogether. So, in the end, one must light one's own inner lamp. And so, in Eternal Love by Xuemo, Xuemo is not merely the author within the book. More importantly, Xuemo represents a form of wisdom within oneself. The wisdom one needs in order to awaken oneself, to light one's own inner light. Therefore, although the story appears to unfold between two people, at a deeper level, it is actually a dialogue between the self and the self, a conversation illuminated by one's own inherent wisdom. It is through the finest wisdom preserved in traditional culture that one may begin the process of self-redemption. Self-redemption. Yeah, Mason. Okay. Hi, Chantel. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel if you're new here. Thank you so much. Hi, Dagu. Hello. Hello, welcome. Chantel. Something wrong with my voice? It is buffering again. I think the issue is settled today. Finally, it has been last for like half a month. Wow. Sorry about that. So, um, so the voice is buffering. Hi, do I look AI? I'm happy to hear that. AI is so important nowadays. I cannot compare to the AI, except I have emotions. So, in this sense, eternal love offers a model of self-salvation. It creates the possibility for people from different cultures, different worlds, and different human experiences to enter a shared inner space through one single text within the same story. Different readers may resonate together, and perhaps this is precisely the power of literature. Literature, therefore, is fundamentally a form of redemption through artist, artistic power, it achieves something that technology, science, or material conditions alone often cannot provide a form of inner rescue. Ah, surgery. Still the same problem. Um, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Ah, the voice is still bothering. How can I settle that? Let me show you something. We have the round table talking today. The major host is Mr. Xuemo. Not about the network, not about the device. We come from China, in China, and here in London, still the same problem. And we have changed different devices. Yeah. Hi, if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much. China is cool. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. And please subscribe our channel. It is very important for us. Now it is currently 8, 8, 8:15 p.m. in London in the evening, and Beijing time is 4:15 in the morning. What is the problem? My skin, maybe it is because of the light. Yeah, it looks very shiny, glorious, very smooth because of the light. So through artistic power, it achieves something that technology, science, or material conditions alone often cannot provide a form of inner rescue. And this is the strength of the humanities. And eternal love carries within it a distinctly Chinese cultural way of comforting and illuminating the human heart. It is not merely a book written for women. In truth, it is a book written for humanity, because redemption in despair and self-salvation in suffering belong to all human beings. This is why eternal love can be understood as a living example of self-rescue. Both women and men need this kind of spiritual dialogue and awakening. So again, Eternal Love by Xuemo. You can search this book on Amazon. Eternal Love by Xuemo. Xuemo as Xuemo. 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 Hi, everyone here. Please subscribe our channel. And thank you for your kind words, Soria. Chat now. Oh, you chant. Well, you watch Chinese televisions. Yeah. Hi, if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you. So let's continue talking about the book Eternal Love. And on the surface, looks like a story between two people, but in truth, it is much more than that. Hi, if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. We are bringing Xuemo's works internationally, and we will build our international reader club, readers community. So the book is called Eternal Love by Xuemo, Xuemo, Xuemo. You can search Xuemo on Amazon, and or you can search for Eternal Love on Amazon. And our official online shop is shop.xuemo.com. You can buy all his 80 over 80 titles with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. So at first glance, readers may think The Eternal Love. This book is simply a dialogue between the writer and a young girl who is facing illness, fear, confusion, and emotional collapse. But if we read more deeply, we begin to realize that this dialogue is not only happening between two people, it is happening inside every human being. Because there are moments in life when all of us, no matter where we come from, no matter what language we speak, no matter what kind of education we have received, eventually arrive at a place where we feel powerless. And when that moment comes, eternal success suddenly loses its meaning. And titles lose meaning, money loses meaning, even the voices around us may begin to sound distant. What remains is a very simple but very difficult question. How do we continue when life suddenly becomes heavy? How do we continue when suffering enters the heart? And how do we continue when loneliness becomes deeper than words? I think this is why Eternal Love touches readers differently, because it does not begin by offering easy answers. Hi, if you're new here, please subscribe our channel. Thank you. We are sharing the book Eternal Love by Xuemo. And you can find this book on Amazon, Eternal Love, or you can search for Xuemo on Amazon. So because it does not begin by offering easy answers, it begins by acknowledging a truth that many people already know but rarely speak loud. That suffering often creates isolation. Sometimes we are surrounded by family, surrounded by friends, surrounded by people who love us, and yet inwardly we feel completely alone. Especially when a person faces illness, grief, emotional pain, or spiritual exhaustion, there is often an invisible wall. Others may care deeply, but they cannot fully enter that inner place. Sometimes they do not know what to say. Sometimes they avoid saying anything at all. And sometimes they become silent because pain itself makes people uncomfortable. And in those moments, a person begins to understand something profound, that there are certain journeys in life that no one can walk for you. And this is where the deeper meaning of eternal love begins. So again, Eternal Love is available on Amazon, or if you are if you prefer like the cost and the more convenient, you can buy Eternal Love on Amazon. Eternal Love is written by Xuemo, and if you prefer some very paperwork edition and you know a better edition, you can buy Eternal Love on our official online shop, shop.xuemo.com. And because the book is not only about being comforted by another person, it is about discovering whether there is still a light inside yourself when everything outside becomes uncertain. In the story, Xuemo appears as the one who responds, who listens, who guides. But in a deeper sense, Xuemo is not only an external figure, he becomes a symbol of something already living within the reader, a quiet wisdom, a deeper self, a voice that many people have forgotten because modern life is too noisy, really noisy. Hi, Ali. Hello. Hi, Mason. Hi, Soji. Saria, the technology in China is so advanced, and we really admire you and also be inspired. Thank you for your kind words. Welcome to China. Okay, Surya, you will go to uh, search for External Love by Xuemo. Thank you. Hi, Mason. Joanna, I bought two books on Amazon and the Kindle edition, and also I will buy the. Great. So glad to hear that. Let me take a picture. So glad. Hi, hello, beautiful girls. Good, Ali. Oh, hi, Mason. You bought the book Eternal Love and Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Thank you, Mason. Yes, actually, in hi, Mason. Are you still there? Are you still there? Because Mr. Xuemo will do the live stream in about 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Mr. Xuemo will be on this live stream on this channel. So follow up, and you can, think of some questions and leave the message. He will answer, and I will do the translation support. Thank you so much. Mason, Eternal is a very thick book. Yeah, really. Please tell Mr. Xuemo you did a great job. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Xuemo will be here in 40 minutes, okay? And I will do the translation support. Think of some questions, maybe about uh, inner reflection, about clarity, about awareness, about confronting the emptiness. Yes, about the meaning of life. So think of some questions and tell Mr. Xuemo himself you bought these two books. He will be very glad to hear that. So, and perhaps one of our greatest struggle in our age that we live in a world where information is endless, overwhelmingly overwhelmed by the huge information, endless information. And technology is everywhere. We can contact anyone instantly. We can receive thousands of messages in one day. And yet, many people are becoming more inwardly disconnected than ever before. Because information is not the same as inner clarity, connection is not the same as being understood, noise is not the same as meaning. This is why literature still matters, because literature can enter places that ordinary speech cannot reach. A true book does not merely describe life, it quietly sits beside the reader and allows something deeper to awaken. And eternal love tries to do exactly this. It does not force emotion, it does not dramatize suffering. Instead, it offers a slow, patient conversation, a conversation where pain is not denied, but neither is pain allowed to become the final truth. And I think this is very important for modern readers, especially today, because many people today are tired, not only physically tired, emotionally tired, mentally tired, spiritually tired, Many people continue functioning every day while inwardly carrying unanswered fears. Yes. Do you have the same feeling? Yes, Xuemo will be here in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. Yes. Think of some questions. There are so many informations nowadays. We are overwhelmed. Agree. Little Wigger. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel. Good blessing from China. Mason, yeah. So many of us continue functioning every day while inwardly carrying anxiety and stress. They may look calm, they may continue working, they may continue speaking normally, but inwardly there is fatigue that no one sees. And books like Eternal Love speaks to that invisible fatigue. Fatigue. They remind readers that healing is not always dramatic. Sometimes healing begins simply when someone feels, I am not the only one who has felt this. I am not the only one who has stood in darkness. And I am not the only one searching for strength. That recognition itself is already a form of healing. And perhaps this is why literature can sometimes do what medicine cannot fully do. Medicine may treat the body, technology may solve practical problems, but literature touches meaning, and human beings cannot live without meaning. Have you think about the meaning of life ever? I kept asking the same question since my childhood. And beings cannot live without meaning, right? Especially when facing suffering. Because suffering without meaning becomes despair. But suffering with meaning becomes transformation. That is why Eternal Love is not simply a novel about one person. It becomes a mirror. Different readers enter it differently. A woman may see herself, a man may see himself, someone facing illness may read it differently, someone facing loneliness may hear another voice inside it, someone who has lost direction may suddenly discover a sentence that feels written exactly for them. That is the most touching thing in my life, that I feel Xuemo's words are written for me. And the past life I've been waiting for is Xuemo. That's the power of Xuemo's works. And they can really illuminate your inner light. And you are like, oh, all my existential questions are answered by Xuemo. So, and also, not only because ultimately the planet will just like boom, uh, disappear. So there is no ultimate meaning of life, maybe, but you can find a relative meaning from Xuemo's works. And uh, like you find the root of your life, and you just want to follow what he is promoting, follow Xuemo's methodology, and live the life as it is. Wow. And I'm like someone who is waiting for Xuemo for a long time, and finally Xuemo appears in my world, and then I join his team. So Xuemo is the one I am waiting for, always waiting for, maybe for many lives, maybe. So, so this is the mysterious power of literature. One text, many inner awakenings. And perhaps this is also why stories survive across cultures, because although our histories are different, human vulnerability is shared. Fear is shared, love is shared, lose is shared, the longing to be understood is shared, and the longing to find inner light is shared. This is why Eternal Love carries something deeply Chinese, yet at the same time deeply universal. Its roots are connected to traditional Chinese wisdom, but what it touches belongs to humanity itself. The idea that one must eventually light one's own lamp, this is very ancient wisdom, but also urgently modern, because no matter how advanced the world becomes, there are still moments when No external system can save the human heart. Oh, you've always been thinking about the meaning of life, Mason. So, Joanna, should I read Eternal Love first, then reclaim the throne of your heart? Hi, Mason. I cannot tell because I don't know what's your habit or what's your reading habit. I don't know much about you, but for me, myself, I will read Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart first. My you know, personal opinion. Hi, Yushu. Hello. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe our channel. Hi, Rehan. I'm from China. Hello. I'm from China and now currently I'm in London. And no matter how advanced the world becomes, there are still moments when no external system can save the human heart. So at some point, every person must ask, can I sit quietly with myself? Can I face my own fear? Can I discover deeper strength that is not dependent on circumstances? So this is not easy, and the book never pretends that it is easy, but it shows that awakening is possible, even slowly, even imperfectly, even inside pain, and perhaps that is why the title Eternal Love matters so much. Because love here is not merely emotional attachment. It is not romantic love in the ordinary sense. It is something deeper, a sustaining force, a quiet presence, a wisdom that refuses to abandon human dignity even when life becomes fragile. That is why this love does not fall, because it is rooted deeper than circumstances. And maybe this is what many readers today are truly searching for, not temporary encouragement, but something inwardly durable, something that remains when external certainty disappears. And if a book can help a person remain inwardly alive in difficult times, then literature has already fulfilled something secret. So, again, Eternal Love by Xuemo. It is available on Amazon and also available on our online shop, shop.xuemo.com. Okay, these are for today's live stream. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your companion. Okay, reclaim the throne of your heart is your first choice. Okay, read this first and then Eternal Love. Thank you, Mason. See you later. 20 minutes later. In 20 minutes, we will start the live stream again and Mr. Xuemo will be on live stream. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes, and welcome to our reading club when it is ready. So follow up our channel. Thank you. Thank you for support. Bye.